will get us underway. France receiving into Dana Selosh. She spits it right out. And that is a first swing for Iman Indai, the first of many, I'm sure. She is closing in on 150 attack points for the VNL now. That's number 145.
That's the first page of the French playbook, I think, set in the A.
And why not? Dana Selosh. It's played by Yoshino. Good swing down the line from Mayu Ishikawa, but she's missed the line. There have been a couple of games in this VNL which just taken Mayu Ishikawa a little while to get going. Of course, when she does get going, she is world class. That's an hour to start with. Seki has to chase.
Speaking about world class for Japan, the reception by Kojima, who comes in as probably their second best libero, which is no small feat because their first choice libero is absolutely unbelievable. Kojima is certainly world class by her own standard.
Yes, she is. Well, she's had a good stint with the NEC Red Rocket. She's playing her trade in the USA these days, in the Lev B League, the AU Pro League. She's going to be busy today, as she always is. Confident swing from deep. Oh, it's close, it's in. What a start from France. They lead 4-0.
They have come out ready to play, and they are forcing Japan to not manage the game. They are really having Japan on the back foot.
Kozut, fearless. And what about this for a service run? From Inora, Dana Selos. And the overpass. Oh, it's mishit. That could have been 5. And that's off the head. Another swing from deep. Another big winner from Helena Kozut. And Japan requests the timeout. They're 5-0 down.
Okay, so let's try to play with our rhythm. When we pass so high. Lower, okay? Try block out from fingers is easier. All the time, push tip, available. So far they made an extra step to you, Wada. So they will follow. Try to open the game, okay? Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Try to open the game was the closing message there from Firhat Akbash.
They need to close the gate on Helena Kozut. For now, she has been, as you said, Dave, fearless, swinging on some difficult situations.
Sometimes you just have to be. You and Clayton said at the top of the show, it is a free swing for them tonight. But when you get to 5-0 in the first set, all of a sudden the momentum changes. France are now favourites for this set. Good cover in behind from Gelin. Off the hands, that's a better dig from Seki. Ishikawa into the block, had to be played. Kojima was there. And France can't get the cover in. And that change of volume will tell you that Japan have a point on the board.
That is the change of patience. So for Japan, it was their turn to be patient. They had to soak up a little bit of pressure, recycle, get the game back on their control.
Mayu Ishikawa of Novara, the Italian league. Good first touch. You have to work harder than that to get a point against Japan. Oh, that has touched the antenna. Yoshino. A couple of radars out, but very often we find this in game number 1 after a slightly longer break.
A little bit of adrenaline, a little bit of nerves, even for players with this level of experience.
It's a really interesting all this, because he's played in much bigger in this season's VNL. That's worked off the block nicely by Yoshino. But rarely have we played in a hall where the fans are so close. It's almost claustrophobic. Heidi Miyabi, excellent server, 7 aces in the tournament so far. She's not going to get one there, though. Good cover by Irie, great left hand on it. And the hang time good, not good enough to find the ground, though. Has that found the touch, or is that over everything? Yes, a little touch from Iman Indai.
some phenomenal defense, and the high ball set on the arms from Fongadu was brilliant. Irie, Middles getting it. Justice for Middles Day.
Justice for Middles, always. Fongadu serves that one long. Just long term though, we're looking at the French here. Fongadu, 21 years of age, Ndai, 23, Kazout, 27, Silves, 24. I mean, Hawajini, she's 31, but still playing well, still adding a maturity. And of course, Dana Selos really putting her hand up to be the first choice setter at 22 years of age.
And you look at even Maeva Schalk, who's still a university age athlete, that they are looking at LA and beyond with this group as the basis.
Number 7, Njaye.
Njaye playing her volleyball in Turkey. And again, it seems to be a country where the domestic league gives them a good basis, but then they'll go further afield to improve and bring that experience back. Yoshino Sato. Bit extra on that, and that is an ace service. Yoshino. 10th ace of the VNL for Yoshino.
Lovely variation with the hybrid toss.
Same service again this time, a little too juicy. And Hawajini can watch it go long, but that's 1 point back.
This has to be the attitude for Japan. Chip away 1 point at a time. Every break point is a way to get themselves back into the game.
Kazout. Quite get on top of that. And I mean, evidence of how they're improving and making an impact is the fact that she's going to be involved with Vakif Bank, one of the biggest clubs in women's volleyball. Shimamura in a little shorter for Hawajini. Looking for the slide attack, and Japanese defense comes into play. Oh, great dig again. The swing was fine. That was better. Mayu Ishikawa, 2-point game.
Great aggressive set in transition. And Ishikawa is ready to go and swing high seam. The initial efforts from Japan on defense. And then this chance here where it goes fast.
Justice for Middles. It was Shimamura. Gone in short with that once more. That's such a good swing. That is what you want from your opposite hitter.
It's not an easy situation, and she challenges the block to be more physical than her. And India is a really great run-jump type athlete, but she's added a lot of power to her game in the last year.
Silves. It's a nice ball into Seki. And that is the result. Yukiko Wada. Two completely different kinds of opposites, haven't we? We've got Ndai on the one side and Wada on the other.
Wada is fast, it's whippy, she has good angles and hand control. They can play with her in different situations.
Seki, Hawajini, not the best first touch, but she's got the chance to make up for it. Oh, that's not been called for a catch ball. And Dana Selos has got the better of Airi Miyabi, and France have got away with one there.
Probably the advantage of having the body in between the player or the ball and the referee.
Dana Selos picks up the points and keeps France 2 points ahead now. But again, it was right under the nose of the second referee, who's a lot closer than we are. World-class referees here at the VNL. And what they see goes. Ooh, that wasn't too far off from Mayu Ishikawa. They turn the service pressure up a notch.
Well, they have to score break points, as you said, Dave. This is their way to chip in on the lead. They have to keep that pressure on from the service line.
Float serve this time in from Mayu. Platform set, straight into the hands, and Yoshino has made that a little bit too easy for France to increase the lead.
She waits for the ball to get to her, and the angle available when it's that close to the net, she doesn't have a lot of work she can do. Cutting off a little bit earlier, then she can play at least a recycle shot.
Hawajini. To the middle, and Airi Miyabi, that's where she comes into her own.
Nice spacing as well. But this set gets just outside the shoulder of the middle, so it's a double chi, it's a jump away play.
She can swing on this again, catches the fingers, sends it long, and France, good for this lead. It's 4 points again.
Next serving for France, number 10, Fatimata Fangalu.
Here's Fangalu. Another good ball in for Seki to work with. There's a little touch on that, Yoshino.
Sato is a different type of attacker to a lot of Japanese outsides. She plays a little bit higher, a little bit more of a physical style rather than just a purely technical style.
Oh, great service. Yukiko Wada lets it rip.
She's not the biggest in the world, but she can bring some heat from the service line. Has been getting over the line of 100 kilometers an hour, and that is enough of a concern for France to call a timeout.
They call 3, they call A, no. Okay, there we need to be ready for this ball, to don't go like this and to be in front of the ball. Remember there the line, this kind of serve, this player is Ishikawa, the ball will be long, the ball will be deep, okay? So it's like an attack from 12 meters without block, okay? So we need to keep the ball high to play the side out. They are opening in defense, position 4 every time, okay? So we need to deep, we deep inside, okay? Either this side out,
One thing we've not taken into consideration is how hot the venue is as well. It's just over 29 degrees centigrade down there at floor level. And the players reveling in it. Better from Japan. Since the first time out, they've taken 12 points to France's 9. Turned that 5-point gap into a 2-point gap. And Yukiko Wada gets us back in the way. Another good serve. It's overpassed. A good touch by Dana Selos. She offers up the free ball. All right, for a 1-point game. No, too much on the angle on the slide attack. And Kazuts falls for it. Hook, line, and sinker as Shimamura removes the hands. And the ball is pushed long. (13-14). Wada. She's gone for it again, and Kazot gets there. Great play, backcourt. Mayu Ishikawa. This to level, no. Hawajeni sends it high. Dana Selos. Oh, Hawajeni. How about that?
France on the back row attack in transition have been phenomenal, and they've been aggressive, they've been fearless. They keep going for this ball and forcing Japan to make an extra defensive play.
Maintains that breakpoint lead for now. Ndai into the net.
Here we go.
Yoshino. One ace already. Good pass. Great dig. Kojima gets it. But the second touch a little bit skew-iff, so France can come again. Beautiful from Hawajeni.
It's a slightly different timing on the block to run this ball, the pipe ball, in transition when there's not a lot of other options. But it's still Japan not making the read, not making the block adjustment they need to for that situation with no real opposite in the play.
Here's the captain, Kazut. Up off the net, which means the pass should be perfect. The swing wasn't, but it's just clipped the baseline. And Japan about to make a substitution here. Megumi Fukazawa is going to come in for Haruyo Shimamura. So it's a service substitution. Megumi of the Hisamitsu Springs the SV League, the 22-year-old, served 3 aces so far in this tournament. A little bit too aggressive with that. And as we rapidly approach the sharp end, 15-17, it is very much game on. Ishikawa into Seki and gets it back, and that is a top draw first ball side out from Japan.
Lovely execution in all phases. Ishikawa, great reception, then the fast ball takes the choice to play over the setter, picks her spot on the court, swings through.
Feels like they're lurking with intent, Japan, just waiting for the French error that allows them to level the game, and that might just be it. 17-17, challenge coming in here from Cesar Hernandez-Gonzalez.
We noted that France looked like they had really good energy on the bench. They brought that onto the court. They're playing fearless volleyball, but as you said, Dave, maybe Japan are waiting for the French team to punch themselves out a little bit.
Oh, Airi Miyabi. It's funny, isn't it? Because we love coming to Japan, and the Japanese people are wonderful, and they survive and thrive on their honor. Until it comes to block touches, then those guys will not admit to it. Like, you could take a block touch, you could knock your finger clean off your hand, but you are going to make the opponents go for a challenge. I love it. 18-16. Seki. Oh, monster block! That is absolutely huge! Fonguedu gets one on Airi Miyabi. A little bit of karma maybe for not admitting to that block touch, and Ferhat Akbas calls a timeout, 19-16.
Don't worry, okay? Just take your time. No rush. Then they can play much more pipe at transition. Transition with middles, they don't play too much, okay? And make sure with NDI, especially second line, wait more. Now she's in front, and they will still play left, right much more. Let's go.
Some good basic information. Winnie P's made a little bit of adjustment after a hot start by France. But the message of patience and identifying situations on the court. So not a lot of middle in transition, and timing with the ball to India in position 1 when she's in back row, that they have more time than they think.
19-16, it's advantage France, and Dana Selos restarts the game. Seki, great hang time, but not good enough to finish the job. Awajeni up off the hands. Oh, a lovely little touch on that. And another good swing, but Seki's in. Great dig! The chase needs to go! Oh, exceptional from France. But off the hands by Wada. What a point.
Such great hustle, just making the effort, make a touch, get after the ball, just don't give up on the point, and that's what France has done, taking a leaf out of the Japanese playbook. Unfortunately for France, Japan are very, very good at playing that type of volleyball. We may be seeing a challenge from France for a centerline infraction. At least this is what they're trying to communicate with the referees. Or a net touch.
By the way, the picker, after there was the little touch on the net by Ndai, unbelievable.
It's commitment to the play. I'm going to go and get this. Antenna touch is the request for the challenge.
And also, Ndai to play that ball without touching the net and without encroaching on Japan's side of the net as well.
Well, there was a signal from Ferhat Akbash during the point that if they didn't win, they were going to challenge that action. It was close enough.
Oh, you know what might be coming? The challenge of the challenge.
Ooh. We should get ourselves settled.
Yeah, exactly. Strap in, everyone. This might take a while. This is the new law in the game that's being trialled for this season's Volleyball Nations League, where there is no midpoint challenge. You need to wait until the end, patiently. And now we will patiently wait to get the correct result. And we will get the correct result as well.
And it was a long rally as well.
Yes!
So there's a fair bit of video to go back through.
Antenna touch.
Yeah, big one.
Listen to the referee. Okay, now the arm has gone out straight away. Ferhat Akbas is in behind.
He'll be challenging for the infraction of reaching onto the other side of the net, which happened before that action. So this is the counter challenge. So France challenged an action that was later in the rally, so they can go back earlier before that point and challenge. Japan can go back and challenge any action before then.
As I said before, every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
I was not very good at physics, but I understand that one.
It does mean we get a little bit of Mission Impossible though, so that's exciting. Oh no, this isn't Mission Impossible, it's James Bond.
Yeah,
yes.
It is.
Do they mix together?
That's a challenge out there for anyone who's watching. If you can get us a James Bond Mission Impossible mashup, and that is... Oh!
Okay, referee, over to you.
I think India is probably glad she checked her fingernails.
Challenge for opponent reaching over the net, but the team challenge is incorrect.
Right. Successful challenge by France, unsuccessful counter challenge by Japan, and that means it is France 20, Japan 16. Twice today already we've seen the underdogs take a set against the favourites. Are we about to see the same here? Great touch by Kazot. A lovely return, but a passive one. And very often you're punished, and Japan punished France there.
So it was a pretty shot from India. It looks nice, gets some wrist angle on the ball, but then with good control, Japan looking aggressive in transition through Yoshino Sato.
Ishikawa with the serve. Goes for it, Hawasheni. Good pass. Oh, and off the hands, Indai on the right, on the left, same result. And now Japan need to go 2 points to every French one just to take us to extras at the end of the first set. What a position for the French here. Hawasheni. Another good ball in. A swing as well by Wada.
Just enough block touch to make it undefendable.
Irimi Abi. Hawasheni's overpassed it, but it's knocked down. Kazut with the set. Indai. Oh, Ishikawa's there. And the block is good. The cover is even better. Yoshino! It's beautiful volleyball.
And now it starts to get interesting for France. They've been playing from in front the whole set. And we get into the 20s and the gap is just 2. And Dana Solos may be lucky to get away with a block while she's back row.
Japan are making France play. Oh, that is so good and so Japanese. Kazut with the tip, the cover's there, of course it is. It was Seki. That is outstanding. That is outstanding, and it is a 1-point game.
It is a great solution by Sato. The ball was a long way off the net. She had a lot of work to do. Plays into the space, forcing France to make a defensive play. Lovely choice in that situation.
Great run this for Japan. And that's hit the antenna as well. We have got 21-17, 21-18, 21-19, 20-21. Here we go.
No, it was okay. It's a good attack. There, remember to go straight, not 11. Okay, try to go straight on the block. If you try this, straight on the left end of position 4 and will be blocked out. If no, inside, high and deep in the last meter, will be going for sure. Okay. After there, like we talk, we go full this side out. There, we are doing it.
For France, that is the challenge. Do not try and win the game thinking we've been up by 5 and then all of a sudden it's all square, but to take it one moment at a time, to think about, here is my solution in this specific situation, get themselves the side out, work hard for a break point, finish the set.
First challenge, get Aida Miyabi off the service line. Oh, she has come up with a Jaffa. It's advantage Japan. This to put them into the lead. Not yet. Dana Silos. Kazut. Great hustle from Japan. Yoshino nearly found a winner. Ndai. Cross court only as far as Seki. Ishikawa. Oh, it tiptoes along the net. The drama continues. And Yoshino has missed everything and everyone.
That was great.
Unreal. Unreal.
The coordination of Japan in their defense, and not just the willingness to get after the ball, but to keep putting the ball in a situation where they have some options, some choices as to what they do next.
Fongadu. 1 attack point, 1 block point for her so far. Very nice indeed. Shimamura. We are on side out at 22-22. Change incoming. Change incoming for both teams, actually. Kitamoro coming on to serve, and for France, Amandine Giardino, an experienced libero, but kitted up in blue today. She'll strengthen the passing unit.
And be screaming for the pipe if the ball becomes available.
If they set the pipe.
It's not going to happen, Dave.
Kazut makes the pass and the swing. Oh my goodness me. What an up.
What a set. What a swing. Phenomenal play by Japan. That's a great dig by Kojima. But this set from that position to not lose control, Sato works the block. Unbelievable control.
Japan hit the front from 5 down to 1 up, but they still need a break point. Oh, left-handed! Kazut! Are you kidding me?
Difficult moments call for different solutions, and this is about as different as it gets. Oh, check out the lefty. They didn't have that in the scouting report, I'm sure.
How good! Oh, France were readying Lucille Giquel, but they didn't get the substitution in time. 23-23, sent on its way. Kojima with the touch. It's a platform set. Oh, and a bit of net and a bit of touch. And Yoshino Sato has given Japan their first set point. And she's going back to serve for it as well. 1 ace serve already, 6 attack points. This for a 1-0 lead, 24-23. Kazut, another good pass. Oh, the block does it! Japan have stolen France's lunch money. They have pulled the rug at the end of the first set. And if the rest of the game is as entertaining and dramatic as this, then silence falls upon the arena. Yoshino cross court, Gelon, lovely dig. Hawajini, she stepped over the line there. We might have a challenge, especially now that block has gone down from Fongadu. No, nothing from Ferhat Akbas.
I think she managed just to keep the heel in the right position. Wada not having the ability to stay aggressive or to have a really active recycle.
Dana Selos. float. It's not the easiest of passes. Ishikawa does well, and Wada finishes the point.
The flat float serve like this, it's hard because getting your arm angle high enough and to control the ball without moving backwards is really difficult.
Airi. That's it, Hawajiri pretty high. Ndai. That's missed everything.
It looks like a good high ball set. The difference between that being a really good high ball set and a good high ball set is about half a meter maybe, and that gives India the chance to swing down into the court instead of through the court.
Cross-court effort from Hawajiri. She's got a little touch on that. Or has she? Challenging coming. So the first referee thought he'd spotted a block touch. Firha Akbas disagrees.
The French challenge now is keep going, keep being aggressive, keep being fearless is the word we've been using. With that comes errors. And you have to accept that there will be errors, but the value is in being aggressive. It's not about minimizing the amount of errors you're going to make.
Well, at the moment, we are on a Desmond. 2-2. Watch the fingers. No. Oh, the challenge must have been successful. Not unsuccessful, because the scoreboard reads 3-1. And Airi Miyabi is serving. Hawajiri does very well. But the Japanese defense does even better until Ndai and Fongedu are stood tall.
The reception from Hawajiri is exactly the idea of making a platform angle and committing to it. And she rotates through and keeps the same angle for the ball to stay on the same trajectory.
Seki, oh, so many options, but it's only a tip. Timing was off for Ishikawa. Beautiful, pancake. Another block. Push back court, Dana Selos. What a touch. Kazut, she's blocked now. Up goes Shimamura, and that's the spot for her.
It'll be a challenge for this ball being down. Looks like a pretty good contact, but it only needs any part of the ball to touch the floor.
Challenge for floor touch.
And got all of it.
It's a great up. You can often tell by the amount of time, and she gave herself a lot of time there. So it's an early breakpoint lead for Japan. Yukiko Wada served very well. France are going to have to be on it here. Whoa.
She went for it, but noticeably, Yukiko Wada was not serving at the end of the set. She was subbed out in the situation where Japan had to get over the line.
Fongedu. The slingshot method.
It's a risky technique, Dave.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is. Yoshino. Game's top scorer. Picks up her second ace of the day.
That serve was over 93 kilometers an hour. From this toss, this approach, it's generating a lot of force, a lot of velocity.
6-3, really important for France now. Try and find a way into this set. They do not want to let it get away from them.
Sato reaching back for a little bit extra on that one. As a result, the ball drops a tiny bit, and that changes enough of the angle to send it into the net.
Kojima, great first touch. Oh, Hawajiri. The complimented her on a great reception in a similar circumstance moments ago, but
that's the difference between committing to it and just throwing the arms. The hands go, the body doesn't complement it where she can keep the angle. That is the difference between success and failure.
Slide attack is a good one. Works out well for Silves.
Next serving for Team France, the captain number 1, Elena Castle.
Results. Well, as France look to push the envelope here, the service errors have started to sneak in. A lot of balls into the net. Seki. It's a great swing. I mean, Seki, wonderful reflexes.
That's the adjustment on the angle with the slide, the call behind, and then in the space inside. So the block is moving left, and then the ball drops a little bit shorter than they're expecting.
Seki. Into the hands by Ishikawa. 9-6. Ishikawa into Kazu. They've gone after her a little bit. She's passed well though, but not as well as Japan have defended, but it's another block. France block keeping them in the set, really.
When it gets this scrappy in the middle of the court, the ball's not moving far, the block doesn't have a big move to make. So sometimes just that continuation play is the best solution to the situation.
Dana Silos very close. Well, not very close. It is a foot fault. That's a little bit careless on that style of serve.
But she's looking to get a really long way into the court, and the toss leads her into that space.
To the middle, and Fongedu. Again, when you're playing against a team like Japan, you're working so hard to win every point. When you just gift them one like that, it's eternally frustrating, I'm sure. Think. Off the hands. Can France get one back here? For a one-point game, how is Jenny? Well played, Kojima. Super athletic. That's in behind. Kazort's there. Oh, the dig is unbelievable! But Ndai is going to be there. Seki, come on!
Japanese block and defense set up exactly how they wanted to make this play. They had the tip covered, they had the block for the strong shot, and they make the play after the block touch. And then Ndai takes her second opportunity.
Awajene. Seki back across to Yoshino, who goes down the line.
That is a heavy swing down the line from the inside-out approach as well. Squeezes into the space. Nothing Dana Salos can do about it.
Awajene makes the pass. Ndai, straight into the block. No change out of Shimamura or Yoshino.
Nice handwork by Shimamura. Doesn't go too far across to try and take away the line shot. Timeout, France.
Timeout by Team France.
Dai, patient. There, remember that we want to play according on the quality of the touches. What we can do with the quality of the touch before will tell us the volleyball that we can play. I know that it's hard for them, with them, okay? In this case, if you attack out, flotation, I'm okay. We don't take one block there because we go sharp with the ball off the net, okay? Solution according on the situation. Hey, we go one side out.
It's a really good description of how teams need to process. The quality of the first contact dictates what volleyball they can play afterwards, and teams understanding their strengths and differences in those different situations.
3-point lead for Japan. Awajeni, the target again. Gelin with the platform, and Kazot hits the ball long.
She's tried to muscle a couple of balls now, and she's on the way down on her jump, not the highest point, where she's been really aggressive.
So change coming here. Kazot coming out. Amélie Rotard coming in. She captained the team in the first week.
Amélie Rotard coming in.
Into the backcourt goes Rotard. Oh, Hawajeni. They are getting the better of her from the service line at the moment. Dana Selos. Gelin, a terrible touch from Gelin.
Well, if this hadn't been a Turkish point, they can make the argument that it was a double contact that was going to cross the net from France, which would be a double contact, but then we start getting into very semantic parts of the rules. And the substitution for France.
14-9. It is starting to get away from them because Japan are relentless. They're going to get an ace there as well. No, they're not. Well, that looked a little double touchy, which would have added up to 4. But they've still got an opportunity here. Rotard, first swing for her. Kojima's there. Ishikawa. Yoshino. He's going to put something on it. Oh, it had to be played. Another block. Oh, the cover by Gelin. Rotard. Off the hands. Kojima's there. Of course she is. Yoshino! Off the hands.
What a fantastic rally. We're seeing both teams play in a style where, for France, they're being aggressive, they're making the cover play, they're taking their risk. Unfortunately, they're playing against Japan, who do that as well, if not better than they do. Timeout, France.
Japan, this is their level. We will go, they will defend, we will go, they will defend, we will go. Okay. Important for the attacker. We need maximal jump, we need maximal approach. Because we need to go high and deep over them, strong as much as we can, okay? After, remember for the wins, if you can select the external better than the internal, because the internal will go in 6 and they are good there.
The distinction between trying to swing aggressive, as we have a current attendance of 6,057. There might be a spare seat somewhere here, but they're very hard to find. The difference between trying to attack maximal, which is trying to swing hard, and jump maximal, approach maximal, to give yourself the best opportunity to swing high. A very important distinction for hitters to think about.
Yukiko Wada. France up to 10. Yes, we're talking all about this this French bravery. Unfortunately for them, they are playing against Japan. And if you want to get into a long game, there are far easier teams to get into a long game with. Yoshino with the pass. Oh,
she's been fantastic. Yeah, she's getting it done on reception there, and the inside-out play once again works the top of the block. Had a little bit of a rough start, but has definitely found her rhythm.
She's up to 10 points now. 2 ace serves, 8 attack points. No one in the ABS club yet. Fongadu and Shimamura both made more blocks than attack points. Ndaye. A lot of service errors in this second set from France.
It's the mixture of the adrenaline drops off just a little bit of fatigue, and this desire to still push, push, push.
Shimamura. Oh, I think the Abi can't finish. Gotadu. Off the hands and fed in by Yoshino. Airi. Good hang time there from the standing start for Airi Miyabi.
She needed to find just enough time to be able to go past the block, and she doesn't try and hit this sharp. She just tries to get into the space behind, force the defense to play a little bit extra.
18-11, looking pretty comfortable now for Japan. That was Shimamura with the serve. Oh, good block, but Gelon's there. Danaselos tries to cause a little chaos, but it is cleaned up by Mayu Ishikawa.
Lovely swing by Ishikawa. We talk about the Japanese liberos being world-class. Juliette Gelon, she's maybe not world-class, but she's definitely, I guess, European class. She's a fantastic libero.
Well, she has been at Vero Volley Milano with Fukudome. There are not many better to improve under. Nice tip into mid-court. Yes, it was Fukudome there last season. It's going to be Eleonora Fersino this season. So I'm sure at some point she's going to want to push on and become the #1 somewhere. But in the meantime, play at a great club and try and take what you can from some of the best to ever do it. Rota, it's another one.
Toss not quite high enough. Doesn't give Rota the chance to have her pendulum swing to get everything through with rhythm.
Nanami Seki to serve, 20 points to 12. Oh, very nice indeed. Imon Ndai.
The tempo that they play with Ndai is not really fast. This is a high ball, but they just let her go be athletic, which is something she's so good at. And now she has the power and the hand control, the consistency to turn that into more points.
Yoshino receives the Silvez serve. And this time the catch ball is called from the Ishikawa swing. Good service from the captain. Awajeni gets into that one, but Kojima's there. Danaselos. Gelon sets the platform for Awajeni. She goes cross-court. Yoshino digs. Gelon plays it, then gets out of the way, most importantly. Oh, my goodness me. Ishikawa, backcourt. Not sure if that needed to be played. She must have spotted a little block touch. Let's have a look here. Yes.
And she's positioned herself really well. It's the right choice to go and make this play. Just need to make a little bit more time and keep it on their side of the net.
On the pipe. Danaselos. Eased over by Yoshino.
France will request the challenge for the reach. It might be the chime out or a net touch. The net touch will most certainly be on DA. Though the intent from France has been good, they have not been able to find that scoring punch that they had in set 1. The service errors have made it a little bit hard for them to make the...
Well, there is a net touch on Ndai, yes.
She touched a lot of the net with a lot of her hand.
Yes. She slapped at the base.
I love you too, man.
22-14. That's That's nice, to the middle. We've not really seen France establish the middle.
There's a reason why Elena Kazutz was out of the game. That she was getting targeted on reception. She wasn't being able to convert the chances from exclamation, so that little bit off the net.
Seki. Oh, another dig from Gelin. Unfortunately, Hawajeni can't get this. Such is the pressure coming from Japan. Sawada is being subbed out. Double change for Japan. In comes Tsukasa Nakagawa to serve. And Miku Akimoto, the 18-year-old of Hisimitsu Springs. Akimoto in at the front court. She was the MVP of the All Japan High School Championship. Oh, what a block! What a block, Shimamura. That is block number 4 of the day for Haruo Shimamura. It gives Japan a fistful, nay 2 fistfuls of set points to go 2-0 up. Well, that's the first one saved. Tsukasa Nakagawa, 1.59 meters.
That's not particularly tall.
Not that big.
But makes up for it with skill and tenacity.
Yes. He's a 2-time MVP in the Intercollegiate University Championships in Japan. She has got a beautiful pair of hands, and she has used them to tee up the set point. 25-16, Japan cruise home for a 2-set lead. And what we were concerned might happen for France in that second set, Liam, very much happened for France in that second set.
A little bit of air out of the balloon, and it became very hard for France to keep the pressure.
Okay, some paraphernalia, some obstacles are being carried out onto the court.
I hope this is a dog show.
Oh,
they say don't work with children and animals. You had the children in between the last set.
25-23, 25-16. Japan lead France by 2-0. Clayton is down there. They're putting him in a dog costume and they're about to set fire to it, and he's going to try and jump over the net. I joke, he's going to be doing interviews with the coaches. 9 errors in that second set for France. It wasn't the only difference, but it certainly was a difference.
And the counterpoint is those 9 errors and the errors on attack. Instead of scoring 13 points, only 9 points on attack for France as a result.
Whatever's happening, it is happening to Bruno Mars, so that's good news.
Parkour!
Oh, it's
parkour!
It's a tribute to our French friends. Right, enough of that. Let's hear it from the coaches now. Ferhat Akbas, it must be a happy man. His team pinched the first set. They've comfortably won the second set. Let's hear from Ferhat now, who is with Clayton Lucas.
So far, so good. What have you got to do to get over the line and not allow France back into this?
At rotation 1, we need to rotate quicker. We didn't start so good at first set because I think home time and it's a little bit exciting situation. You see people flying behind us, so we need to be careful, I think. So it's a good game. We need to keep the rhythm in the best way.
Well, talking of flying, I mean, that's Japan volleyball. You're flying around the court everywhere, keeping the ball in play, and I guess it's just more of the same, right?
Yeah, we need to do that because how much the rallies goes, that much they are having trouble, so we need to keep the rhythm.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you very much, Ferhat. Thank you very much, Clayton. Oh, he's about to go over the net. Go on, boy. Hoo-wee. This is fantastic. Oh my goodness. Hopefully they've got a spare net on standby, just in case. Okay, let's hear now from Cesar Hernandez Gonzalez. Clayton, is one of you going to jump over the net?
very close first set. What have you got to do to try and recreate that now and stay in this match?
We start pretty good. It's true that Japan was a little bit nervous. It's normal in front of their public. After they come back strong, we did pretty good. I think somehow we deserve, also Japan, to collect the first set. After in the second, we were good, but we lost a little bit the focus and we lost the things that we need to do. After, because they are doing pretty good, they are defending a lot, they are touching us every time, and they are really clever in the attack. So we need to take some risk more, to serve a little bit better, to reduce the amount of mistakes, and to try to keep pushing, to try to be competitive. Attention.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So no is the answer. Mayu Ishikawa will serve first. And it's an overpass immediately, and the hammer fist from Airi Miyabi opens the scoring.
The trade-off for Rota's size and athleticism is the reception quality will dip a little bit.
It's a better reception and a better result. Tendai.
Look out, boy, 2 points.
Here is Stojkovic. She's going to Greece next season after being in Turkey for the last 2. It's a lovely little set to Airi Miyabi. Talk about them not using the middle very much, but when they do, they really miss.
They make good choices about what situations they want to use it and when.
2-1 Japan, Airi. Stojkovic. Timing was off there the whole time, and Fongadou sends it long.
Fongadou never got the space she needed off the net that she could really drive towards the ball. As a result, ends up too close to the net and not enough space between her and the setter.
Go to the middle again, and it hasn't worked again. Give Fongadou the chance to make amends.
That's the same problem. The reception is further off. Fongadou needs to give herself even more room to let the setter and ball be in front of her, not getting caught underneath it.
4-1. Gelon feeds it in nicely. Rota can't finish. Fongadou with the touch and pops up for Yukiko Wada. Early timeout, Japan lead 5-1.
Timeout by Team France. That's my goal. 1回目のタイムアウトです。
Take a space. If you call 1, come before. Okay, you are coming in setter 1 behind the setter. You need to come before and enter to watch it. And like this, you give a good reference for it. And you can change 1 or 3. Okay? One side out.
Winnie P now firmly in favour of Japan, 97%. And at 2 sets up with a 4-point lead, you'd probably be inclined to agree with her. Airi Miyabi serving very well. Gelon into Stojkovic, out to Ndai. Another opportunity. Ishikawa was backcourt. Seki. No luck for Yoshino. Oh, nicely done, Hawajeni. She is back on the scoreboard.
Nice choice to set the pipe here. A lot of movement causing the Japanese block to be not still. Hawajeni can use her angle against the block.
Ota in short. Better than that to be Kojima.
That is great tempo. That is really quick. Blockers have almost no chance.
Hawajeni with the reception, and then just the little change-up from her.
Disguised it really well too. It's a dynamic approach. And it's the maximal jump, the maximal approach that they were being asked to utilize earlier that opens up the opportunity for these shots.
Fongadou. Up off the net and an ace service.
And a moment for the Japanese team to relax just a little bit, and it's only a 2-point game.
Kojima in for Seki. And Yoshino off the hands of the chase from Stojkovic. Not quite good enough.
Excellent aggressive set. Yoshino Sato doesn't try and score around the block or through the block. Swings professionally, wipes away at the top.
Yoshino. Well watched by Gelin. There's always be that little nervous split second where it passes your shoulder and you're like, oh, have I made the right decision?
Every second in reception was nervous for me.
Ndai. Ishikawa offers up the tip, and Ndai gets there. Hawajeni. Again, too passive, and Japan take full advantage. Oh, no, they don't. And Ndai, that is some dig. But the block touch, a good one. On the slide attack, oh, another block, but it's returned. Stojkovic, Ndai, oh, still up! Pinballing around the French, Japan to finish the job. No! Oh, goodness me, Kojima! Who can finish this rally? Hawajeni!
That is a crazy swing to finish an unbelievable rally.
Rallies like that deserve finishes like that. She's got a wrist like an owl's neck.
Incredible cutty, thumb down. How lucky are we to be watching this, Dave?
Incredible.
This is phenomenal.
We've seen a few unbelievable digs there. That one from Kojima. We've seen a little bit of luck with France getting themselves in the right position. But a point that brings France to within one. Isn't volleyball crazy, though? Because we've just seen that immense skill for probably 30 seconds with the ball in the air. It's worth exactly the same as that serve into the net. Volleyball.
Who would make a living from it?
Shimamura. Ooh.
It never looked like it was going to make it, but there's that glimmer of hope. It was going to be the shortest of short serves.
And here we are. Game on. Sabina Hawajeni. Ishikawa slightly shanks that, so she's swinging from 4 meters. It's not going to beat Gelin. Oh, another brilliant dig. Gota off the hands. What an effort from Hawajeni to keep that ball in play. Right, 8-8. Ishikawa with the first touch. On the third. Oh, and Gota just pretzeled herself a little bit there. Probably be disappointed she couldn't get to that. All right, side out here to take us to Brooklyn. For the first time today, actually. Gota. 9-9. It's happened! Da -da 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 -da. Oh, I couldn't be happier. Oh, what a block. France are turning up here. France they turned up in the first set. It was a brilliant game. They switched off in the second and the energy drained out of the room. It is back in the room now. Oh, that's overpassed. That's a breakpoint lead. A timeout called, 11-9.
Girls, I think we are losing the focus right now. 98 score with playing the push on our court. How is possible? Number 88, line block out. We work on that. Serve pressure please, okay? And make sure if they push the serve, we keep the ball higher on the court.
It is the question of attention. Winnie P now firmly back in the favour of Japan, but attention. It's hard to make sure that the details are being looked after all the time.
It's a fabulous arena and it is packed to the rafters. It's a sea of red and gold. And they are being treated to an excellent match. So the first timeout was called with Japan leading by 5 points to 1, which means France have taken 10 points to Japan's 4 since then. That's a heck of a run. And here's Rota playing it to the back court, and Yoshino Sato keeps the ball in the air. Oh, Ishikawa finds a little bit of something.
She had to work extremely hard for the point. The high ball set left her so much work to do. She was at 3 meters. And shots like that explains why she's one of the better outside hitters in the world.
Well, she's not bad from the service line either. This one's Wada to Hawajeni. Stojkovic. Ndai goes down the line, and Kojima. And here we go, settle in for the rally, because it's going at least one more phase. Kojima in at setter. Oh, Gelon, that's going to be in. Kojima may as well just stand at setter now. Brilliant block, Fongidu.
Wada runs out of steam a little bit at the end, just swinging for the middle of the court, not getting the ball at a high point.
Fongidu, the first and only player in the ABS club today. Some big blocks as well. That is 5 attacks, 4 blocks, and 1 ace serve now. She's level on 10 points with Ndai. Yoshino, the top scorer in the game, with 12. Another block. Great reflexes, Ishikawa. And another one! The France block taking hold of set number 3.
Both Wada and Sato have caught themselves not jumping maximal. They're falling away on the ball. They're trying to take a safer option. They need to be more aggressive at the ball to be able to hit these shots.
That was Ndai getting her second block of the game. 13-11. Good news for Japan, though. Airi Miyabi at the service line. They've generally had good returns when she's been back there. Mainly because she makes France play. And then that happens.
It's a great, powerful swing, but it's not a swing with care and thought or with the idea of this is how I'm going to score. It's a little bit of frustration from Ndie.
Need to get back on the horse. Oh, does that need to be played? Well, Japan have got Ndie's number at the moment. Yoshino thinks she's got a touch, disagrees straight away. There's going to be a challenge here from Ferhat Akbas for a block touch. No one from France is going to admit it.
Fair is fair?
Yeah, fair is fair. It's like, do you know what? We pay all this money for the video challenge. We may as well use it. Also, chance for a chime out as well. Cesar Hernandez-Gonzalez has brought the French team in. Watch the pinky of Amélie Vota. Successful challenge, 13-13. We are back on side out. And again, it's Airi Miyabi picking up points on serve. She's a bit of an unsung hero in this team. Vota. Yeah, she's getting a lot more court time now. She's had to be patient, Airi Miyabi, 26 years of age. Last couple of VNLs, she's had a dual role. Firstly as a service sub, secondly as our official translator. It felt as though we spoke to her after every game. Kojima. Oh, Yoshino. It's very good.
Sarina Koga so often in the past has played this role for Japan, to be the player that comes in and just deals with stuff. And Sato is growing into this role game by game. 16 points to her name now.
Wada, 14-all. Jelan can't deal with it. That's an ace from Wada.
Good power into the seam, forcing a decision between the two French receivers. Awajeni stops her movement. There's nowhere for Jelan to get that ball out in front.
Japan back ahead. The lead changes hands for the third time in the third set. Better from Jelan. Ndai. Kojima's there. Wada. Off the hands and down. Break point lead for Japan.
Beautiful set. Even if it was an obvious option, it was still aggressive enough for Wada to be able to swing really aggressively. Gets it right into the slot on the line, stretches the French block past their limit. Timeout, France.
Okay, what you are calling? Better six. Yeah, try to call one. In case that, I don't know, the ball is perfect, you go, will be 1 against 1, with them, they will wait a little bit, and maybe we will find more spacing, okay? Guys, a good serve, eh? We keep the ball and we go, eh? Right, one side out.
Well, the discussion about what are you calling is what is the setter specifically asking for the middle player or the middle attacker to run. So the call of one is the one closest to the setter, straight up and down in front. And the idea there is to hold the opponent middle in the middle of the court for a little bit longer and make it a bit easier on the outside, or have a block arriving later. And despite that explanation, Dave was just really enjoying some air drums there.
It's Bon Jovi, man. 16-14. France need to find a way back in, and that is the best way to do it. To the middle. Bongadou. Jelan loved that as well. Right, can they find some pressure from the service line here? Fongadou, 1 ace already. She's still the only one in the ABS club. Ooh, here we go. Sato has missed. It is 16-16. We've had some really wild pendulum swings. So the first time out, 5-1, Japan. Second time out, 11-9, 10-4 to France. And then that third time out was 16-14, so 7 points to 3 in favor of Japan. Big momentum swings. Oh, someone's got to get that.
Awajeni is there. That's the move she's made. It's her decision to come across, to be the tip defense player. She has to be that player in.
Korta sends it high. Stojkovic well off the net, and Awajeni well off any kind of touch from a Japanese player.
She decided she wanted to play block out on the line before the set was set, and still tried to go with it even though the option wasn't there.
Good block touch. This could be a 3-point lead. Oh, it is. Yoshino.
swing to go through the seam. Just enough space, knowing that Dio will be wanting to get outside and take care of her hitter. Double substitution coming in for France.
For the first time, we are seeing Lucille Giquel. And Enora Dana-Celos is coming up. Lucille Giquel, Japanese fans become familiar with her. She is heading to the Torrey Arrows next season, leaving Chieri. Oh, here we go, that's close, that's in. Yoshino Sato serves the ace, and surely now this is Japan's to lose.
A different angle as well, going the other seam, so working the Jalon seam. Enough variation.
Good reception from Jalon. Timing slightly off there for Giquel. And they are made to pay.
Yeah, Giquel was steaming in, wanting to play super fast tempo on the pipe. And a free ball to Japan will often result in a first opportunity to score. Jardino comes in for Rotard to bolster the French reception unit.
And as previously mentioned, pipe option. Dana-Celos, much better from Giquel.
Giardino did not run the pipe, but she was coaching Giquel the whole way through. She was talking, you're on this one, this is you, this is how I'd do it. Giquel, a good listener.
Dana-Celos, up off the net. Well received and well put away.
This little short slide footwork, quick behind. There's definitely a better name for it. But Shimamura runs it with such a good tempo. She gets her hand through the ball so quickly. Nothing the French block can do about it.
Well, if you've got a quick behind, you can be pretty good at just about every sport. Here is Megumi Fukazawa on as a service replacement. Japan now just 3 points away from a highly entertaining 3-0 victory. Giquel, oh goodness me, what a chase. And Giquel finishes it, pumps the fists. Sometimes playing against a team like Japan, you've got to ask yourself, what have I got to do just to get a point?
I think the most impressive part of it, that Seki did not clean herself up on the referee's stand.
No. And for the first time today, we are going to see Maeva Schalk. Played well in the first week, but still just 19 years of age. Finding her way in national team volleyball. Amélie Rotard back in. She's in the front court on the left-hand side of that block as Schalk serves into the net.
And a missed breakpoint opportunity, the biggest block that France can put up. Rotard, Giquel, Silvez. It brings Japan 1 point closer to a 3-0 victory.
Service in short, received by Silvez. Rotard. And that's one that Japan can't chase down, despite Yoshino Sato's best effort.
Probably one area of the game she can improve on, Sato. Her positioning is good in defense, but she's a little bit upright, not ready to really get after that ball.
Silvez. Kojima. Now Ishikawa. Such a good swing. And Japan have 5 match points. Mayo Ishikawa serving for victory. Rotard has overbumped it. Airi thought about the swing but showed patience, and she is rewarded with the set that clinches it for Japan. Well, it took them a little while to get going. It was a nervy first set until it got to business time. Well, once they took that opener, really, there was only going to be one winner.